Some days it's just hard to do stuff. Are you with me on that? I mean, some days it's hard to get out of bed. It's hard to go to work. It's hard to just get up. It's hard to move. It's hard to get off the couch. Some days are like that. But here's the ticket. Here's the trick. Just show up. Just get up. Just move. Don't give up. Get up and try. Try for just 5 minutes. This yoga, try it for just 5 minutes and see how it makes you feel. You know, modify. That's my word of the day. I mean, modify. That's always my word. We're going to just try it for 5 minutes, see, go with the flow, and see what happens. I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. This practice today is our strength and balancing practice. You're doing it at home. Nobody's judging you. That means don't judge yourself. Just be kind to you in this month of love. Show a little bit of self-love. The practice is different. Every day is different. All of our practices are different, and they're all designed to make you stronger, more flexible, and more mobile. So check us out every day of the week. It's a 1 hour long practice, but just do what you can. Every body is different. Everybody's body is different. Every day is different too. All these differences. Honor them, enjoy them. Don't sweat the small stuff and just have fun. We're going to use props today, and I'll tell you about those in a second, but I want you to put this word in your mind, and the word is rugged. Rugged is our word of the day. Rugged means that you're strong, that you're capable of enduring hardships. You're capable of enduring wear and tear. You're still around. You're strong, you're tough, you're rugged. Just keep that in mind. Modify with what you have, and what you have are those props. Modify to keep yourself rugged, to keep yourself enduring and holding on. The props we often use, a little towel, and slip it under your knees for some lunges. You can use the towel to cover your eyes in the end. You can use the towel to make your arms longer, all kinds of good things. An eye shade, I'm starting with Shavasana because it's the best pose. And we're going to do it a little differently today. So thanks to Betty for the suggestion of how we're going to do it today. An excellent yoga instructor. All right, 2 yoga blocks. A strap, you might want to have that. Definitely have some water. You're going to need it because we're going to do some mountain climbers. All right, you might want to be near a wall as I showed you earlier in the countdown, or you might want to have a chair nearby. You can do this yoga in your chair. Modify. All right. Got the word down. We know what we're doing. We're doing a 1 hour practice. What I'd like you to do now is lock in, I say, a stress number. Lock in a number in your mind. What's your number? Scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10. How are you feeling? Maybe it's your feel-good number. Maybe it's how you feel in your head. Maybe it's how sore your knees are. Maybe it's your stress number. Lock it in. Come on up to standing, and let's begin. All right, we always do a nice little warm-up. The warm-up today, very similar to what we do every day. Spread your legs a little bit. Kind of strike a pose of confidence. Put your hands on your hips. Send your elbows back, chest is lifted. Take a big breath in through your nose. And a big sighing breath out through your mouth. Let all that stress go. Believe that you can do it because you can. All right, so confidence stance. Be nice and strong. Core is engaged. That just means, sucking in your gut. Being tight and strong here. Shoulders are back and down. Let's come up onto our toes. Lift and lower onto the balls of your feet. Big inhale through the nose. Sighing it out, exhale. Don't tell yourself, oh, I can't do that. I can't do this practice. I can't. Let go of the can'ts and say, I can, because I am going to modify. I'm going to make it work for me. Maybe you've got a chair here right now as you lift up onto the balls of your feet. It's all good. Breathe. Big breath in, big breath out. Come up high onto the balls of your feet. Keep your heels behind your feet, not like I'm doing. Keep your heels behind your toes, nice and even. Hold here. Come down to your heels. Lift your toes up and give them a wiggle. Breathe. You're strengthening your foundation. You're waking your feet up, letting it know good things are coming. All right, legs come a little bit together. Arms go up high, extended mountain pose. Fingers reach, palms in toward the midline. Soften in your shoulders. Just stretch. Breathe in. I can do it. Inhale interlace your fingers. Palms up to the sky. And then sway from side to side. All right, here's a modification. Bend your elbows if that feels better. You don't like it? Put your hands on your hips and bend from side to side. What we're after here is a nice lateral flexion of your spine. So you do it your way. Sigh it out. Let it go. In and out with the breath. Just appreciate what you've got. All right, come to stillness at the midline. Hands to your low back. Squeeze your elbows back towards your spine. Lift your chest up. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Maybe that's far enough. Maybe look up higher, right overhead. Exhale, hinge forward. As you hinge forward, let your crown of your head come toward the earth. Let your arms hang heavy. Put a little bend in your knees if that feels good. Breathe. Big inhale, big exhale. Let it go. Hands don't have to touch the earth. You just want to try to get that crown of the head toward the earth. So tuck your chin toward your chest. Breathe. As you're ready, roll your spine up, one vertebra at a time, stacking vertebra on top of vertebra, because you are tall. Your foundation is strong. Let's do big arm circles. Put a little bend in your knees so you're kind of bouncy. And then start to do circles with your arms toward the back of the room. So wake up your shoulders. They don't have to be huge circles if it doesn't feel good. Remember the M word, modify. Add in your knees a little bit more. Bend in the knees when the fingers come down and straighten up the legs when the arms come up. Breathe. Circles in the other direction. Breathe. You make it as intense as you want. Maybe you're speeding up the arms. Maybe you're taking a deeper bend in the knees. Or less so. Just move, my friends. That's the ticket. All right, come on up to standing. Shoulders over your hips, arms down by your sides. Shoulders are soft. Close your eyes, maybe if you want, and start to sway from side to side for your big coat swing. So the idea here, the primary thing you're going after is that twist in the waist. Relax in your shoulders. If your eyes are closed, you're challenging your balance. You might want to spread your legs a little bit more to get a firmer foundation. Look over one shoulder, then the other. Breathe. Oh, controlled twists, so important. You don't want to tweak your back, so easy to do. So be in control here. Deepen your twist to what feels good. All right, let's finish up. Slow the arms down. Come back to the midline of your body, shoulders over your hips. Bring your hands to prayer center. This pose is called Samastitihi. Close your eyes, root into your feet, lengthen up through the crown of your head. And let it all go. Sigh it out as you root into your feet. This is where you set your own little mantra, which you're going to repeat in your mind to yourself. And it's a positive thing that you say. Whatever it is, make it positive. Maybe it is I am strong. Maybe it is I can. Maybe it is I am. Maybe it is I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. But whatever it is, let it be a positive affirmation that you repeat in your mind. Now that you got that locked in, most awesome. Enjoy the process. Don't focus on the results. You got this. You can do it. Blink your eyes open. Send your arms high up to the sky. Extended mountain. Reach. Exhale, hands to prayer center. As you breathe it out, fold forward. Bring your hands down to the earth. Walk your hands forward. Come into a child's pose. You're on your mat. Now you're on all fours. You can have your knees together, big toes touching, hips back towards your heels, arms down by your sides. A block can be under your forehead if you like, for your classic child's pose. Rest here, shoulders away from the ears, neck is long, breathe. An option that I'm going to take today is my knees are spread wide, big toes touch, hips back to the heels. I'm going to push that block up to the top of the mat. I'm going to bring my forehead down and reach my arms to the block. You don't have to use the block under your hands. You put the block under your forehead. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Spine is long. It's lengthening to the back of the room. Crown of the head lengthening to the front. Close your lips. Breathe in and out of your nose if you like that. Build heat in your body. Focus on your breath. Focus on you. Practice some self-love. This is your time. Make it work. Make it work to its fullest potential. Give this hour to you. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Come back to this child's pose anytime you want because it's your practice. Right now, I'm going to come out of my child's pose. Maybe you stay in your child's pose. It's up to you. I'm going to come to a neutral tabletop position. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Tuck the toes, sending the hips high. First downward facing dog. Hooray, hooray, of the practice. You're looking back at your feet.
Have them hip-width distance apart. Tailbone high to the sky. Press into your hands. Pedal your feet. One heel closer to the earth than the other. Breathe. Shake your neck. Loosen up your neck. Look back towards your knees or to your navel as your head hangs heavily. Arms are shoulder-width distance apart. You're pushing into the mat. Little more push into those gecko fingers, kind of gripping the mat. Push into the thumb. Push into the pointer finger. Breathe. This is your downward facing dog. You're going to come back to it often. Still your heels. Walk your feet back to meet your hands. Check out how far apart your feet are. They should be 2 fist widths distance. So measure. Place your hands at opposite elbow creases. Look back toward your knees or up toward your navel, tailbone high to the sky, ragdoll pose. Little bend in your knees is a nice modification. Sway gently from side to side, elbow back toward knee, then the other side, elbow back toward the knee. Breathe. Let it feel good. You know, you want to take care of you. You got to take care of you. Movement makes you feel so good. Modify your yoga to make it work. Just move. Finish up. Come back to stillness at the midline of your body. Release your fingers toward the earth. Roll your spine up 1 vertebra at a time and come on up to standing. Lengthen up your arms high to the sky. Extended mountain pose. Let's do a sun salutation. A. Reach through your fingers. Root through your feet. Breathe and put a smile on your face. When you're ready, exhale, hands to prayer center, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins, straighten through the spine, lengthen through your tailbone and the crown of your head for your flat tabletop position. Squeeze your shoulders back towards your spine. Breathe, no rounded backs here. You could balance a wine bottle on your back if you wanted. When you're ready, exhale the air out of your lungs. Walk your hands forward. Let's do a Chaturanga Dandasana. I showed you earlier, you could do this up against the wall. So you'd just be turning this position from being on the ground to 90 degrees to pressing into the sides of the wall. When you're ready, hinge forward. Take a high plank. High plank, fingers are gripping to your mat. Lengthen up. Push the earth or the wall away. Exhale, low plank. Hover above the earth. Flip your feet so the tops of your feet are on your mat. Then straighten your arms and take an upward facing dog pose. Chest goes forward. You can be on your knees if you want. Upward facing dog. Flip it to a down dog. Feet come back to a natural position. Down dog, been here, know this one. Pedal it out. Breathe. Finish up, still your feet. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain, let's do it again. Reach, smile. Exhale, hands through prayer center, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, back is flat. Exhale, plant your hands, walk it forward. Do your variation of a plank chaturanga. You could do it on your knees. Maybe you take high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, all on your knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips are high and you pedal it out. Third time's the charm. Let's do this sun salutation A one more time. Doing it your way, just do it. Still your feet. Walk your feet or hands to meet each other. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Exhale, hands through prayer center, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. High plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Whew, pedal it out. You're doing great. You're doing great. Still your heels. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Back is flat. Exhale, fold forward again. Decompress the neck. Shake it out. Wiggle the knees. No need to stress out. Work it out. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain. Reach through the fingers and hold right here. Let's take it to Utkatasana, chair pose. Bend your knees. Bend your knees. Reach for the sky. Bend your knees a little bit more. Keep reaching with parallel arms. Reach. Send the weight more back into your heels. Lift your toes up and give them a wiggle. This is chair pose. Maybe you're literally sitting in a chair. Go for it. This sun salutation B, the next one we're doing, very easy to do, very comfortable to do in the chair. Sink a little lower, reach. Strong quadriceps, gotta love them. As you're ready, hands to prayer center, straighten the knees, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, back is flat. Time for a Chaturanga Dandasana. Remember this one? You can take it your way. I'm gonna go. Classic variation, high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale your right leg high, kick it up to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. Bringing the right foot in between the two front right hands. Two front right hands, yeah, you know what I mean. Plant the left foot down, rise on up to standing. Your feet are solidly down. Right toes are pointing to the top of your mat. Left foot is at a 45 or 90-degree angle. Here comes the bends. Bend into your right knee. As you bend into your right knee, keep your right knee over your right ankle. Shoulders over your hips, arms tee out, lengthen up, breathe, put a smile on your face. When you're ready, turn to the right, reach to the right. Tick-tock your arms 6 and 12. You can be doing this in your chair. You can press your forearm into your right thigh. You can straighten it. Send the left arm high. Look up, up, up to the sky. Breathe, stretch. Reach that top left arm to the front of the room. Stretch it out. Whew. Inhale, reverse warrior. Come on up to standing. Keep your low body in cement, knee over ankle. Right arm goes high, left arm comes down, and you look up. Look up, look forward, don't look back. Breathe. Reach that right arm toward the back of your room, big stretch here. Exhale, cartwheel your arms, Chaturanga Dandasana. Hands plant to surround the right foot back to meet left. High plank, low plank, elbows hugged in. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog, hips are high. Pedal them out, take advantage of this nice calf stretch here. When you're ready, let's do the same pose on the other side, your left side. Left leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. Rise on up. Always good to rise on up. Feet are planted, arms teed out, bend into the knees, squeeze the mat together, your thighs are strong. You can do it. Look to the left. Exhale, reach. Tick-tock the arms however you like. Breathe. Remember, be seated in your chair. It's all good. Reach the right arm to the front of the room. Inhale, come on up. Reverse warrior, left arm goes high, right arm low, reach. Reach to the back of the room. Cartwheel, take the arms. Surround the left front foot. Left foot goes back to meet the right. High plank, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Maybe you skip the whole chaturanga nonsense and you go right back to your down dog. Pedal it out. Breathe. Let's do it again. Still your heels. Let's go through the whole sequence again. Walk your hands to meet your feet or your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, arms sweep high, extended mountain. Lengthen up. Exhale. Whew. Sit into the chair pose. Reach. Sink your hips nice and low. Breathe. Breathe. How low can you go? Take your hands to prayer center. Straighten your legs. Fold forward as you exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to your shins. Your back is nice and flat. Breathe. Exhale. Hands come down. Legs step back. Maybe you come back to your down dog. I'm going to do Chaturanga Dandasana. High plank to a low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Hips are high. Breathe. Pedal it out. Whew. Inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. Rise on up, plant your feet, tee out your arms, sink low. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, reach to the right and look to the right. Tick-tock the arms, 6 and 12. Reach with that left arm to the front of the room. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm high, left arm low, reach to the back of the room. Exhale, cartwheel your arms, Chaturanga Dandasana. Surround the right foot goes back to meet the left. High plank, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog, hips are high. When you're ready, pedal it out. Breathe. Kick your left leg high to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through, low lunge. Inhale, rise on up, feet plant, warrior two. Sink low, gaze to the left. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, reach left, tick-tock left, breathe, tick-tock left, tick-tock 6 and 12. Look up, front arm reaches to the front. Inhale, reverse warrior, right arm down, left arm high. Left arm reaches to the back of the room. Exhale, cartwheel your arms, Chaturanga Dandasana, high plank, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Remember, you can do it on your knees. Exhale, down dog, hips are high. Breathe and pedal, pedal and breathe. Hinge forward, shoulders over your wrists. Bend your knees, take a little bear plank. Hover here for a moment. Gecko your fingers into the mat, hold it. Finish, knees come down, grab a drink, have a seat on your heels. How are you doing? Are we having fun yet? I hope so. We're gonna do a plank, another plank, mountain climbers. We're gonna do that after a drink. All right. Diana, hi. Betty, Liz, Karen, Marietta, Nathan, Esther, Lynn, Stan, Betty, Mary Jo, Michelle, Sarah. How are you guys? All right, drink up. Drink lots of water. Put some lemon in your water. Kind of jazzes it up a bit. Have some fun. All right, plank. 1 minute. We're going to do it. As if we haven't been doing enough planks, right? I'm going to quit talking. Let's come into your variation of plank. You could have your knees spread, arms spread. Send your weight more forward over your wrists and hold it here. I'm going to take some mountain climbers. I'm going to set a timer for 1 minute. You can do this for the minute or not. You decide. All right, let's come into our variation of plank. Take your choice. Let's start the timer now. All right, timer's going. Here, high plank. For your high plank, you want your wrists underneath your shoulders. Your legs are long. Your core is engaged. Crown of the head lengthens to the top of the room, tailbone to the back. Just start to walk. Start to walk. Bend one knee, then the other. Take your mountain climbers like you're climbing a mountain. Breathe. All right, we are already 15 seconds in. How are you doing? Mountain climbers have to take breaks. A way to take a break is to push it back to downward facing dog. Breathe. Couple breaths. You're not quitting. You're just modifying to make it work for you. Back to mountain climbing. All right, we are past the half-minute mark. Keep it up. Breathe. Keep your mountain climbing. 15 seconds to go. Maybe you drop to your knees and take a break. Totally good. Press on back up. Get back in the game. 10 seconds to go. Breathe. You can do anything for 10 seconds. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Oh my goodness. How are you doing? Whew. Let's have another drink. All right. So those were your mountain climbers or whatever variation of plank you took. Awesome. How's your heart? Full of love, right? Full of self-love and gratitude. All right, I'm gonna get another drink. All right, our usual little course sequence. 3 poses, you take them your way. Maybe for your boat, you wanna use your strap, so bring it up near your shoulders. Have a seat on your bottom. The soles of your feet touch. Hike your heels up towards your groin. Knees open wide, hands in prayer. Lengthen up. Exhale, recline fully onto your mat. Recline, you can stay right here. Maybe goalpost your arms and stay right here. I'm gonna bend my elbows, fingers lightly at my temples. Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. As you're ready, on an exhale, I'm gonna breathe in and out of my mouth. Let some of that heat go. Exhale, chin comes up, then come down on the inhale. Exhale up, inhale down. Little lifts, little lowers, your way. Breathe, lift, lower, breathe. Elbows open wide, knees open wide. Let's finish. Come on down. Bring your knees together back to the midline of your body. Take the variation of bicycle that you prefer. I'm going to lift my knees up, knees over my hips. I'm going to exhale the air out of my lungs. Then I'm going to bring left elbow to the right knee while the left leg straightens. Right elbow toward the right knee while the right leg straightens. Back and forth like riding a bicycle. You could keep your feet down and just lift elbow to opposite knee. You could keep your shoulders down, and ride a recumbent bike. You decide. You could straighten your legs and scissor kick them. Breathe, 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 and finish. Come on down. Woo! Breathe, stick pose. Legs go long, arms go high overhead. Stretch, reach. Big number one, because you are number one on your list of who you should be carried for. Always. It's not selfish, it's self-care. Arms down by your sides, bend your knees. Time to do boat pose, Navasana. You can use your strap if you want. I'm not going to use it today. I'm going to bend my knees toward my chest, hands behind my knees, rock and roll up. Now you know if you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, not a good idea to rock on your spine. Check with your doctor. Rock back and forth and have some fun. Rock a couple of times. Rock, rock, rock. Finish up in a seated position. Feet can be down, hands behind your knees. Squeeze your shoulders back so your back is flat, not rounded. Nice and flat. Put a smile on your face. Lean back like you're in a beach chair on Marco Island, Florida. Lean back. All right, now you're little to no weight in your toes. Maybe one leg extends and or the other. Reach maybe through both legs. Lean back, hold on, maybe remove your hands. Maybe you got that strap under your feet and you're holding on to like reins of a horse. Hold here, we'll do that tomorrow. So come back tomorrow if you've never done it before like that. Lift your arms a little higher, higher, higher. Hold it, hands to prayer center. Row the boat. I like to bend my knees, rock, row your boat. One elbow toward one side, then the other, row, row, row your boat. All right, finish up. Come back to the midline. Hug your legs in. Oh, tighten it up. Tighten up, heels toward your bottom. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Hollow out your belly. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Soften up through your shoulders. Bring your chin toward your chest. Forehead toward your knees. Nice, tight, little yogi ball. The position even has a name. It's called cosmic egg. If you want, press on up to your toes. Or no weight at all in your feet. Nice tight core is holding you right here, right now. You got it? Let's finish. Feet come down, crisscross the ankles. Shoot yourself back to a downward facing dog, however you want to get there. Hips are high, breathe, pedal. Breathe. Let's do some lunges. Straight heel, still your feet. Press into your hands, tailbone high to the sky, shake your neck. Right leg kicks high to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. In this low lunge, your right knee is over your right ankle. Come on up. Come on up and put the bend back into your knees. Bend, bend, bend. Bend into your knees. Arms go up. Look up. Hold here. You can always come down to your back knee. Nobody's judging you. Breathe here. Take a baby back bend if you want. I'm going to come back up and hold. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Look forward, stay strong, all 10 toes pointing forward, back heel is lifted. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Hands are stacked, elbows are stacked, lengthen, and then twist. Hi, Sherry. I'm glad that you are here. Breathe, lengthen, twist, 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 and then finish. Come back, hands to prayer center. Come down to that bottom knee if you're not already there. Top of the back foot on the mat. Wiggle your right toes to the top right corner of the mat. Hands come down inside your right foot. Wiggle the top right toes right toes to the top corner of the mat. Lengthen through your left leg. You can slip a towel under your left knee. Open up the right knee to the side of the room. Breathe. If you have a block, maybe bring the ground up to you and push into it. You don't have to go very far. You do what's right for you. Maybe you drop down forearms to the block and breathe. Maybe you drop down, forearms to your mat, and breathe in your runner's lunge. All right, that's it. Let's finish. Hands back to the earth. Let's do a side plank. Right leg meets left. You can stay down on that bottom left knee. Big thing here you want to do is shoulder over the wrist. Right leg can go long, right arm can go up, and you can hold right here. Maybe even play with it a little bit by lifting the leg. All right, for you, Michelle and Sarah, legs are long. Ankles glued together. Push into the earth, lift and look up. Hold here in your high plank. You could kickstand your feet, having the feet, like a tripod. Breathe, finish. Hands come down, back to your down dog. Pedal it out. Oh, pedal it out. And breathe. Life is good. All right, as you pedal it out, let's get ready to do the left side. Kick your left leg high to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through, low lunge. Rise on up, bend into the knees, or come all the way down to that back knee. Left thigh is pretty parallel to the earth. Wiggle your toes, more to the top of the mat. Arms lift, breathe. Baby back bend if you want. Arms back up. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Right elbow outside of the left knee. Hands press into each other, elbows stacked. Lengthen up, exhale, twist to the left. Look to your hands, over your shoulder, to the sky. Whatever works, breathe. Let's finish. Hands back to prayer center, hands inside your left front foot. Down on that back knee if you're not already there. Left toes to the top left corner of your mat. Maybe this is right where you stay. Modify it to make it work. All right, with a block or not, maybe open up onto that pinky foot, slip down to what is right for you. Breathe. Let's come out of it. Hands plant, arms straighten, left leg goes back to meet the right. Take your variation of a side plank. It's all good. Just have that shoulder over the wrist for nice solid stacking stability. Breathe, look up, hold, press your hips high. You're strong, push the earth away, you got this. Ain't no stopping us now, right? Exhale, hands come down. Come back to your down dog, pedal it out. Breathe. Walk your feet up to meet your hands or your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, fold forward, look back to your knees. Little bend in your knees feels good. Let's do some balancing. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain pose. Reach through your fingertips. Lengthen up, you got it. Let's take tree pose. Bring your hands to prayer center. Hey, guess what? Close your eyes. You're in Samastiti. What was that mantra you told yourself? I am strong, I can, I will, I am, I'm a new creation, whatever it is. Lengthen up, breathe, say it to yourself, and most of all, believe it. Blink your eyes open, time for tree, Vrksasana. I'm gonna root into my left foot, opening up the right foot to the side of the room. You can stay right here. You could have a chair here as well. It's just doing it, whatever it is. Everybody's poses look different, and it's all good. I'm gonna bring my right foot, the heel, slide it up to my calf. I'm gonna slide it even further, and I'm gonna skip over that knee. Don't wanna put sideways pressure on the knee. Push the foot into the leg, and the leg into the foot. I'm going to check out my hips and make sure they're equidistant to the front of the room. And you know what? You fall out, you get right back in. Hips equidistant to the front of the room, outside of the right knee, driving to the back of the room. Maybe a chair's right here for balance. Maybe you grow your branches. If you're doing that, look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. It helps you keep your balance. Breathe here. You've got it. Nice job. Nice job. Hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Right foot meets left. Good work. Other side. Root into the other leg. The opposite leg. It's nice and strong and tall. Take the weight out of the other and put the foot wherever seems right for you today. You don't have to take it all the way. You don't have to go to the extremes, 110%. You take it your way. Maybe you keep your hands on your hips. It's all good. Maybe you grow your branches and sway your branches. Kind of throw yourself off balance a little bit. And then come back to the center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Place the left foot next to the right. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out, soften in the shoulders. All right, that was your tree pose on both sides. Let's do eagle pose, Garandasana. Seated in the chair, you got it. If you want to take this in component pieces, you got that too. All right, let's begin. Gotta begin, right? Let's begin. How about bending your knees? Bending your knees and hold it right here. Hold it right here, lengthen up through your spine, you've got it. Maybe take your arms and reach them parallel to each other so you're in chair pose, Utkatasana. Hold it here. Here's another pose. You could take your hands to your shoulders, opposite shoulders. You could keep your hands in prayer. It's all good. You could give yourself a big hug if you want. Reach, sink lower. I'm going to take my right arm and sweep it under my left. Bring my palms to touch, squeeze my elbows down, and look over my fingertips. That's the arms. Any of those variations is great. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to root into my left foot. Maybe you do the legs, just the legs. Maybe you do just the arms. It's all good. I'm going to take the weight out of my right foot, cross my right leg over my left. Bring the top of my right foot behind my left calf and sink lower. Shoulders are over my hips. I'm going to sink low and I'm going to squeeze all that I've got. Breathe. Eagle-armed airplane. The only thing you're going to release here is the right leg. Send the right leg to the back of the room. Maybe it dances on your mat. Hinge forward. You're going to come into like the shape of a letter T. Let your fingertips go to the top of the mat. Right foot, leg is lifted. Breathe. Right hip down. Breathe. Hold here. Little softness in your left knee for your eagle-armed airplane. Finish. Right leg meets left. Arms spring load up to the sky. Stretch it out in your extended mountain. Let's do the same thing. Other side. Take the arm variation that you like with a big bend into your knees. Sink low, weight more back into your heels. I'm going to sweep my left arm under my right. Palms touch, elbows squeeze down. Look over your fingies. Hold on here. You got it. Root into the right foot. Left leg lifts, crosses, squeeze high in the upper inner thighs. Left foot, perhaps hooks behind your right calf. Sink low, shoulders back. You got it. Breathe. Breathe. Eagle-armed airplane, left leg releases. It goes to the back wall. Pinky edge of your hands toward the earth. Left leg lifts. Left hip dials down. Reach your fingers to the front of your mat. Hold here. Softness in your standing knee. Breathe. Finish. Left leg meets right. Uncurl the arms, send them high. Breathe, dancer pose. All right, when you're ready, right arm sweeps back, back, back to the back of the room. Lengthen up through your left fingers. Weight into your left foot, bend the right foot, capture the inside of the right foot. Knees together, lengthen. Exhale, kick into your back hand. Left arm reaches to the front of the room. Kick into your back hand, kick it back, kick it up, breathe. Finish. Right foot meets left. Arms go back up. Circle the left arm to the back of the room. Breathe. Take advantage of the breath. Opportunity to breathe. Weight into the right foot. Left foot. You're going to bend it. Capture the inside of the left foot. Bring your knees back together. Lengthen up through your right hand. Kick into your left hand. Hinge forward as much as is right for you. Find your balance, find your focus. Believe you can do it and you can. Finish. Right foot meets left. Feet come down, hands back to first center. Remember, that's a big heart opener. Month of February, think of love. Soften in your shoulders. Remember self-love. Eyes are closed, hands in prayer center. Samastitihi. What's your mantra? Say it. Big breath in, big breath out. Open your eyes. Spread your legs wide so your pinky toes are toward the edges of your mat. Take them nice and wide. Hands to prayer center. Take a big breath in. Chest lifts, look forward. Big breath out. Tee out your arms, palms face down. Pasarita Padahastasana. Bend, hinge at the waist. Arms are teed out. When they get level with your back, take your hands. Reach for your calves. Look back between your legs. Crown of your head toward the earth. A little more weight into the balls of your feet. If you're not comfortable with that, release your hands. Hold your hands forward. A little more weight into the balls of your feet. Breathe. Your hands are on your calves. Pull strong. You got it. Finish up. Come back to a flat back. Come back to teed out arms like a bird and come on up. Shoulders over your hips. Horse pose, hands to prayer center. Let your heels come in a little bit and your toes go out. Now put a bend in your knees as if you're riding a big old Clydesdale, right? Shoulders back, bring them back over your hips. You're not hinged forward. Bring them back over your hips. Settle into your nice solid foundation of your feet. Now pop on up to your toes. Pop on up to the balls of your feet and then alternate heel touchdowns. Breathe. Come up high onto the balls of your feet. Hold it high here and then send your bottom lower. Hold it. Alternate heel touchdowns. You got it. Breathe. You're strong. Come on. You can do it. Bring both heels up, 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 up. High, high, high. Shoulders are back. Sink lower. Hold it and then pulse. Little teeny pulses straight down. You got it. Horse pose. Getting your bottom ready to do half pigeon. Ekapada Rajakapatasana. Gotta love it, right? All right, let's finish. Oh my goodness, please, let's finish. Soles of the feet down. 5-pointed star. Hooray, hooray. Wiggle your hips. You've done it. You've done it. Feet together. Arms together. hinge forward, roll forward, look back to your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, back is flat. Find a block, bring it to the top of your mat to about your hip height. Walk your hands forward. When you're ready, if you like, Chaturanga Dandasana, high plank, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg kicks high, half pigeon time. Bring your right knee as you exhale behind your right wrist. Left leg goes long and straight on your mat. Bring your right foot up a little more to the top of the mat so your shin is a little more parallel to the top of your mat. Press into your hands. Take your block, slip it under your right glutes. It keeps your hips equidistant to the mat. Slip on down to your forearms, elbows wide to the sides, forehead down to your hands. Breathe. Send your breath to your hips. Let the tension in the hips go. Breathe. Soften in your shoulders too. That's your half pigeon for today. Tomorrow and Thursday we'll hold it a lot longer and you'll really reap the benefits. It feels really good. It's time now to press into straight arms. Remove the block. Tuck your left toes under. Right leg goes back to meet the left. Shake it out. Plant the right foot next to the left. Let's do the other side. Left leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through, bringing the left knee behind the left wrist. Right leg goes long and straight on your mat. Left shin a little more parallel to the top of your mat. Now your hips, let's think about them for a second. The tendency is to let that left hip fall closer to the earth. Move your right hip closer to the mat. This is where the block comes in. Maybe just feel the difference though. And when you slip the block under there, it keeps you honest, and that's good. Good to be honest. All right, breathe. Lengthen up here. Perhaps bend the elbows, hands stack, rest your forehead. Take the rest when you can. Soften in the shoulders. Big breath in. Big hip softening. Exhale. Oh, let it go. That is your half pigeon pose. Let's press into our hands. Remove the block from behind your bottom. Press into your hands, right toes tuck, left leg calypso high, shake it out. Shake it out, let it be. Walk your feet up to about midline of your body. Find your two blocks, place them on your mat in a stable position. Place them so they're about, 18 inches apart. Step onto that back block. Bend your knees to the sides of your mat. Guess where we're going? We're going into crow pose. Don't have to do it if you don't want. You don't have to use blocks if you don't want. I find that the blocks really help me. They bring my knees more to my triceps, which is where we're headed. All right, so maybe today just squatting on this block is where you're going. Hands plant on your mat. So give you a better idea of the positioning of this top block. You're going to hinge forward with weight into your hands, and you're going to put your head on the block. So maybe scoot it more forward or back, whatever. Plant your hands on your mat. Maybe that's where you go today. Knees onto the triceps. Hug the knees in tight to the triceps. Hinge forward a little bit or a lot. Maybe work your head to the top block. Maybe lift your back feet up. You can have no blocks at all. Hold here. Be strong. This is your crow pose. You got it. If you fall out, get right on back in. Have fun with it. All right, let's finish. I'm going to come on down off the blocks. There's your crow pose. Kind of a fun little challenge. It's a little bit of an inversion. It's all good. All right, so now we're going to slip down to our bellies. All right, so when you come down to your belly, we're going to do cobra pose first. So come on down, bend your elbows, hands under your shoulders. Squeeze your elbows towards your spine. Legs are long, zip up your legs like a cobra tail. Neck is long, chin, nose, forehead down on your mat. Take a big inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, peel your shoulders up as you look down your nose. Press lightly into your hands. Maybe press lightly into your fingertips, lift a little higher. Maybe no weight in your hands at all. Squeeze your elbows towards your spine, squeeze your elbows down towards your feet. Look up, press the tops of your feet into your mat, and finish. Whew. Come on down, arms down by your side. Turn your head, left cheek on the mat, shoulders away from your ears. Maybe bring that left ear onto the mat a little bit more. Nice turn of your neck. Let's finish. Head back to the midline. Bend your knees this time. You can use a strap if you want, or reach for the outsides of your ankles. Reach for the outsides of the ankles. Wiggle the knees together. Heels toward your bottom. Exhale the air out of your lungs. When you're ready, kick into your back hands. Kick, kick, kick. Maybe peel your shoulders up. Balance on your pelvis. Lift, kick, breathe, and finish. Legs come down, everything comes down. You're on your right cheek. You're on your right ear. Breathe. Strengthen your spine with these poses. Time to do camel pose. If you'd like, bring your chin back to the midline of your body. Bend your elbows, hands underneath your collarbones. Press on up, straighten the arms. This is called seal pose. Relax in your glutes. Then come on up to standing on your knees. You can slip a block between your heels. That feels pretty good. Hands to your low back as if they're going into pockets of jeans. Press your shoulders back. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Push your hips forward. Look up directly overhead. Breathe. Maybe this is as far as you go. Don't take it any farther if you don't want to. Maybe you come back even farther. Look to where the ceiling and the wall meet at the back of your room. Lift your chest up, capture your heels, breathe. You got it. Hands back to your low back. Shoulders over your hips. That's your camel pose. Remove the block. Have a seat on your heels. Take a deep breath in. Maybe it's a good time to take a drink. Big breath in. Big breath out. Whew. Mantra. I can. All right, open your eyes. Legs go long, toes up toward the sky, seated forward fold, arms lift. Exhale, hinge forward, reach forward. Reach forward through your fingertips. Take your fingertips even farther, toes up to the sky, stretch. You're looking forward. Now, capture your feet, your calves, whatever you can reach. Elbows hugged in, send your gaze to your knees, fold in half. Inhale, shoulders up over your hips. Take your two blocks between your legs. Spread your legs good and wide. Even help them out with your hands. Open up your legs. Hinge forward. Your blocks, put them at a height that's doable for you. Maybe it's forearms on the block, and that's an A+. Maybe it's forehead on the blocks. That's an A+. You do what you can. Let it feel good. Breathe. Let's finish. Shoulders up over your hips. Take the blocks, bring them up towards your head, maybe at the very top of your mat, maybe off of your mat. All right, you're on your bottom. Let's do bridge pose. Come on back to fully reclined. Heels on your mat, bridge. Arms down by your sides. Wiggle your shoulders closer to your spine. Press on into your feet, lifting your hips on up. Breathe. That's your bridge pose. Roll your spine down, one vertebra at a time. All right, let's go into a shoulder stand. That sounds intimidating, doesn't it? All right, what you want to do is have your shoulders away from your ears. You're going to send your legs up to the sky and put your hands at your low back, like the old bicycle pose that they did in gym class in the 70s, right? All right, lift your legs up to the sky, hold right here. Now, those blocks that are behind you, let's go into a plow. All right, bring your toes, pretend your front of your toes are heavy, and they're gonna come overhead. You can search for those blocks and rest your toes on the blocks. I think a lot of times you think, oh, the ground is so far away. If you're touching a block, you know it's only a few inches away. And maybe you stay there, or maybe you scoot your blocks aside with your toes and find the earth. Keep your chin tucked to your chest. Don't turn your neck, and finish. Roll on down like we did rocking in our boat pose and come on up to seated. All right, nice job. You just did plow. Betty, thank you for the idea of an unsupported fish pose. All right, here's the idea. Come on back. Shoulders are together. Come on back. Wiggle your shoulders really close to each other. Knees can be bent, and then lift your head so you're coming onto the crown of your head onto your mat. Legs go long, shoulders are back. Breathe. Breathe. You're in a fish pose, just like we do on our blocks usually. Hold it here. You're strong. Let's finish. Soften in the shoulders. Bring the shoulders down. Arms go high overhead. Stretch it out in a stick pose. Breathe. Supine twist. Bend your right knee, left heel drives to the bottom of your mat. Interlace your fingers, place them underneath your right knee. Hug your right knee in and circle your ankle in one direction, then the other. You've got it. Breathe. Let's do that twist part. Left hand holds onto the right knee. Bring the right knee across the midline of your body as you roll onto your left hip. Right arm tees out, keeping your right shoulder down. Look to the right. Nice controlled twist here. You've got it. Bring your right hip on down. Hug your right knee in. Circle your ankle in both directions. Right leg goes long. It's the left leg's turn. Right heel, drive it to the bottom of your mat. Feel the stretch in your right hip flexor. Left knee bends, interlaced fingers, or, here's a use for your towel or your strap. You could bring it under your knee. Maybe you stay right here. It's all good. Hug the knee in with whatever you're using. Circle your ankle a little bit here as well. Hug it in. I bet you can hug it in tighter if you hollow out your belly. Shoulders away from the ears, strong arms. You did Pasarita Padahastasana, your arms are strong. Right hand guides the left knee across the midline of the body. Roll onto the right hip, left arm tees out, left shoulder stays down, and look to the left. Breathe. Bring your left hip down, gaze back up to the sky, hug the left knee in again, and circle the ankle once, twice, couple times, whatever feels good. All right, happy baby, send your left leg long. Drag both heels up like you're dragging them through mud. It's your strong core. You have a strong core. You are doing this with your core. Lift your knees on up. Left hand under left knee, right hand under right knee. Rock from side to side. Low back massage. That's the treat for today. Finish up. Bring your tailbone back down to the mat. Strong arms. Hug the knees toward the armpits. Circle your ankles. Now reach inside your legs. Capture inside your calves, inside your ankles. Maybe even capture your heels. Draw your toes towards your shins. Feel like a frog, however a frog feels. Maybe straighten one leg, then the other. Bend and straighten. Happy baby pose. Maybe you're not holding on to anything, but send one leg high to the sky, then straighten and bend the other. Modify, modify, modify. All right, let go of the heels. Send the legs long. Come on up to a seated position using your strong core to get you there. Find your eye shade and or your towel. Bring them by your side. All right, here's the deal. Remember that tense fish pose? We're gonna do the same thing. Squeeze your shoulders toward the back, towards your spine. Come on back to recline. Shoulders are squeezed together. Work your chin up to the sky. So same thing, you're coming onto the crown of your head. Breathe. Hold it here. Now tense up your hands. Tense up your arms. Feel the tension go up the arms. Tighten up through your bottom cheeks. Tighten in your quads. Tighten, tighten, tighten. Squeeze, squeeze. Lift your legs up. Squeeze, lift your arms up. Squeeze, hold tight. And then release everything you got. Come out of your fish, bringing your chin towards your chest. Oh, let it all go. Find your eye shade and your towel, which are by your sides. Cover up the eyes. Block out the world. Arms down by your sides. Wiggle a little bit here to get comfortable in your bottom. Maybe it feels good to tuck your shoulders under a little bit. Let your pinky toes fall to the sides of your mat. Take this time. Don't run out early. Don't run out on your final Shavasana. This is an important part of your practice. This is the mental part. Maybe come back to your mantra. Maybe say, I did it, I did it, I did it, I succeeded, I did it. I'm tough, I'm rugged, I'm strong. Breathe. Your limbs are heavy, but your belly is soft. Your eyes are heavy in their eye sockets, but your gaze is soft. There's no wrinkly, crinkled eyes or forehead. You're soft. In the ears, in the cheeks, in the throat, softness. Come back to just your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Fill your belly up. Take a deep breath. Let your belly rise up to the sky. And a big, full exhale. Let it just deflate the whole body. Just imagine as if you're not even your body. Everything is out. It is emptied. It is still. And you are at peace. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. You can stay here longer if your time permits. If it's time to conclude your practice, take a deep breath in and a big sighing breath out. Empty it all out. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bring life back to those extremities. Circle your ankles and your wrists. We did a lot of ankle circling today. Move your hands and toes. Squeeze and scrunch the toes and the hands. Just enjoy the movement there. Inhale, reach high overhead and stretch it out in your stick pose. Point your toes to the bottom of the room. Fingers reach to the top. Maybe one arm reaches more than the other. And then give the other side equal time too. Stretch it out like it's your first stretch of the morning. You've been reborn after doing your yoga. It's a good day. It's a fresh start. Exhale, bend your knees, bend your elbows, and roll on to one side or the other. Use your low arms bicep as a pillow for your head. Soft shoulders tap, eyes are closed. Remember your mantra. As you're ready, slowly float on up or press on up. Now you know you can press on up with your hands or no hands at all because your core is strong with what you did today. Crisscross your legs. Bring your hands to prayer center in gratitude and thanks. Soften in your shoulders. Bring your hips over, or bring your shoulders over your hips. You could bring your hips over your shoulders if you're going into plow. Take a big inhale, lengthen up. And a big exhale, let it go. Be thankful. Gently blink your eyes open. You did it. Ta-da! You did it. It was a 1 hour long practice and you made it. You did it. You did excellent. I'm really proud of you. All right, so as you go on with your day, make choices. We all have the ability to make choices. Make choices that bring you happiness, that keep you moving forward, and don't stress out, stretch it out. Have a good day. See you back on your mats tomorrow. And until then, practice love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Love you guys. Hey, Bonnie, good girl. She needs a haircut, doesn't she? I love it. Have a good day, everybody. Stay positive, and I'll see you on your mats tomorrow. Good girl. I'm glad you're still here. You know what? This week, this month, practice. It's the month of love, after all. Practice a little bit of self-love. I mean, be kinder to yourself. Be gentler to yourself. Speak kind words to you each day as you come to do your yoga, not only on your mat, but off your mat as well.
Practice some self-love. Be your own best cheerleader. And you know what? Be a cheerleader for somebody else too. Start with your friends. Tell your friends about our yoga. Tell them what you're doing. Tell them the successes that you're having and how good you're feeling. Tell them that our yoga is free for anybody and everybody. Let them come. Let them do the yoga from the privacy of their own home. And as you know, if you'd like to support our broadcast, you can visit our website. It's at www.316yoga.com. Practice the self-love. Work on yourself. We're all works in progress. And just enjoy this whole month of yoga and love. See you on your mats tomorrow.